Hey, what it do? What the business is?
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on socials.
Absolutely, AB, and I am Spike Lou on them same social sites. Holla at your boy. First and foremost, congratulations to you, sir. 3 years, cultural hysteria. I seen y'all put up the post, man. Good
For
job.
sure.
Good
Appreciate
job
that,
by
man.
you.
Appreciate that. 3 years, time flies, man. Make sure y'all check it out. Cultural Hysteria on YouTube. 3 years.
Mm,
Hey, shit that moving quick out here, dog. For real, for
bro.
real.
I just read a meme that said when you're 34, you still feel 27, but the moment you turn 35, you 50. And
Yeah, that's how fast it happened.
I ain't never felt a meme like that before in my life. Like, God damn, they hit the nail on the head with that one.
You ain't never lied.
Ah, man, definitely, man. We got some impactful stuff happening this week, as we always do, AB. We're gonna
Hmm.
give you our perspectives from the South in hip hop and what's been going on, including CDs, man. We're gonna talk a little bit about those. Some people may listen may not even know what that means. Like CD, what does that mean? All right, Lil Baby's in hot water as well. Meek Mill put a hell of a verse out on Friday's new project, and Tory Lanez, he's releasing his first album made by a prisoner for prisoners. So that album's not for me. But first, there was a clip going around over the week, AB. Marathon Burgers open up in LA. Black Sam out there getting it in as he usually does. Entrepreneur through and through. And a little kerfuffle happened. Like people got video of him. I think this dude was a podcaster. Are you familiar with Buddy?
Nah, I just know he
Yes.
he he rep a set.
Yeah, he reps a set, but he's a podcaster as well. And what I was told on Twitter is that this dude, somebody 2800 is his name, and this dude has people on his platform, and some of them have talked bad about Nipsey,
Got
and
you.
he didn't check them while they were on his platform. Now, Black Sam didn't like that, AB, and Black Sam let him know about that. And he said, "You ain't doing no business in here. You ain't buying no burgers, nigga."
Yep.
AB, when you watch this, do you think it was a good or bad idea to open it the same city Nip was killed in and to have that type of energy?
Yeah, it's tricky, man. My man's hit me up as soon as he saw this clip and said, "Why would he open a location up, a business up in your brother's name, essentially
Hmm.
in the same place where they took him out?" And my thought was, I can understand that thought process, but this is Black Sam. This is Black Sam with two C's, by the way. I don't know if you expect him to open up the Marathon Burger store on Rodeo. If you expect him to open it up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, or motherfucking Montgomery, Alabama, but none of those make any more sense than opening it up in LA, despite the history or despite the tragic incident that happened March 31st, 2019.
R.I.P.
So
Nip.
I, I understand why someone would say, bro, what are you doing? You going right back to the same place. And on opening day, there's some static already. I get that. But I don't believe that Black Sam, I believe he feels that this is the right play and that this is where Nip gets the most love. And he probably still has some connections through when he had the Marathon Square because they were getting ready to buy that whole thing. So there's political connections because shit got to get passed and this, that, and the third code. It's a whole bunch of behind the scenes shit that goes on when you open up a business. And so I believe it made the most for the line was slammed. The it was down the block, wrapped the whole nine. It ain't doing that in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I get it. I hate that this had to happen on day one. Especially if it's my grand opening, man. Keep going. What? But this is you could argue this is well, not the same thing, but this is a similar thing with Nip. He was arguing with another nigga on some street politics shit, and the other nigga happened to be fucked up in the head and came back and you know what I'm saying. And this could have happened the same way. I don't even want to be that close to it. I swear, I hope, wish nothing but the best. But I'm torn if that was the right play, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not at all. I don't even really get the question. Like this is what they do. This is the reason that the Marathon store was where it was. Nip and his brother Black Sam, they there to build up that community. Community means a lot in LA. They blocks, they rep, they die for that shit. We seen it.
For sure.
And I 100% believe that it's in the right place and where it should be because they're trying to, and this is why Nip was so powerful. This is why his death was so impactful because it was authentic. It's not me acting like a crip. It's not me acting like I'm from the 60s. It's not me acting like this crypto stuff ain't serious. It's not me acting like I want to motivate niggas. This is me for real. We are authentic people talking about him and Sam. So it wouldn't be right, in my opinion, to what your buddy asked you. It wouldn't be right for him to open it nowhere else. Now we can do franchises and they can open them in a city if they want to and they buy into the marathon lifestyle. But this is the perfect play. And I'll go a step further about the confrontation. Again, this is authenticity. This is why Nip and the marathon brand rings out. Lil Buddy wasn't even looking for no beef. Like he was trying to let it go. Sam
Mm.
was so 10 toes down in the fact that no, nigga, you're not gonna be around me if you know niggas is disrespecting my brothers and you didn't do what we do. Like there's an obligation to this. This gang shit, what we do, it ain't just, oh, I want to fly the flag and represent it. Like, nah, there are things that come with it, good or bad, whether we agree with them or not. As civilians, he still has an obligation to they set of what he's supposed to do. And Black Sam didn't feel like that he was fulfilling an obligation. And for that, my nigga, I need you to leave. Now it escalated because you're not listening to me. You're trying to explain yourself when I already told you what it was, bro. There's no conversation that we need to have till you go handle what I feel like that you didn't handle correctly. So I got it. I wish it hadn't got that heated. I respect Black Sam to the fullest for that because I could
He was
understand what
turned
it's
up.
like.
I ain't never seen him that turned up.
Bro, could you? Unfortunately, you lost a brother, but that was your big brother.
For sure.
Imagine if you were the big brother and you
Yeah.
lost your little brother, and this niggas out here just letting people come on a popular platform. I guess he popular, I don't know, but
He
letting
popular
people come on a
enough.
platform, right?
Yeah.
Letting people come on a platform and talk about your little brother who had made it, who had put out a Grammy nominated album. Like, no, nigga, get the fuck out of here. And but like sometimes people, you just gotta say, he gotta eat that. Pause. Like
Yeah.
you don't stand here and try to explain shit to me, nigga. Like there are proper channels that we could take where we could set up a meet if I want to do that. But right here today, you need to get the fuck away from here. I felt this 100%. I thought it was a great thing.
Man, I saw what Whack 100 was talking to dude on
See, I
what's the shit called?
Spaces, Clubhouse,
Clubhouse. He
whatever
was
the
on
fuck it is.
Clubhouse. Still, what I swear I thought Clubhouse was done. He keeping the lights on at Clubhouse. But he
They
he
got, they
was
got,
on there and he was arguing with dude. He was talking to Buddy. And
yeah.
this is the shit I be talking about, dude. He was literally like, man, bro, like what do you let niggas walk you off the sidewalk? Like, what are you doing? Like, how you let a
Yeah.
nigga walk you across the street off the sidewalk, bro? That couldn't have been me. Never would have been me. Niggas would have been laid out, DOA, and they would have shut the
Mm.
restaurant down and I'd have been on the run. Like he was, that's how he talking to dude. Like he's
Yeah.
supposed to have done. That's how it was supposed to have happened. But it really
Yeah.
sounded crazy. Again, I'm on the outside looking in. It sounded like he was sending them to crash out. That's what it sounded like from this perspective. And I'm listening to it. And I'm like, nigga, this shit sounds fucking ridiculous, bro. Like
Mhm.
he literally is a grown man.
I
Now, if
heard the
this was
clip.
a 20-year-old, then
Mm-hmm.
maybe it would make a little bit more sense. A grown man with a career and a family is telling another grown man that he should have aired out a burger restaurant, bro, because yeah, bro,
No,
I can't.
what he should have did was left. He should have left. Like that's the end of it. Like niggas need to understand. Like our situation is like not gonna be handled like right there. Some shit is difficult. It's complicated. Now to your point with Wack, like he's a crash out. And he got successful by being a crash out. He has this gang culture that he tries to promote. But like you said, he a grown ass man sitting on spaces. I'm not questioning his gang background or what he got going on now. He might still get down. That's fine. But for you to try to gas another grown man in front of a room of people that are listening, making
Yeah.
it look like he's weak because he didn't crash out and shoot the setup and like, no, bro. And then what? And then you're going
Did
to
he do a
jail
50
or
with an L?
yeah, or probably most likely like the 60, you're not gonna make it through the night.
Or that?
Like this is LA, bro. Like I don't know. The whack thing to me is that's the weirdest part of the situation. Like that's a conversation if you're gonna have with that man, have that offline. This ain't a spaces conversation, my
Yeah,
nigga.
this
But I
ain't
guess
we
that's
not
why
in
he
a
got
high
the check.
school in the middle of the lunchroom,
No,
dude.
no,
Like,
no,
I
no. This
don't.
ain't that type of conversation. Like, and again, if you really feel that way, like that's a conversation that you and him have. That ain't a conversation that you have on Clubhouse or Spaces or whatever the fuck it is. Like, and little buddy, I commend him. He wasn't like put respond. He was like, man, get this nigga off stage, man. Like, is what
Yeah,
I heard him say.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
so.
It,
It's a unfortunate situation, but people got to understand too. Like L.A., they think that L.A. gang shit is like movies and like lore. Like nigga, that shit is for real, bro.
yeah, for sure.
Like that shit, that is a real like society that you have to be like weary of if you're not in it, and it's hard for you to judge it. But that shit, it runs deep.
I I don't know. I will say, Wack did say something that was funny though. That nigga was
Mm.
like, bro, you let them niggas walk you off the sidewalk, nigga, and then you turn around and ask, can you get your fries?
Can you get your fries? You ask a nigga for some fries. That's true. I heard him say that.
Now
Wacko. That's
that
that's
was funny.
yeah,
But
Wacko.
that other
He's an
shit, man,
unfortunate
you
dude.
that's what humiliate niggas in front of people have led to like some of the biggest crash outs, bro. It just
Yeah,
you could argue that's what led to the Nipsey crash out. Nigga was embarrassed because he
same
took it on him
situation.
in front of everybody. Like, man, come
Same
on, man.
situation. But that goes to show you again, it speaks to the authenticity of Black Sam and Nipsey. Like we take this shit serious, nigga. Like it ain't that. It's this for real. But like I said, I want to give Black Sam a little bit of credit too, because he was restrained himself too. Like Buddy should have. Sometimes you gotta just listen. And I know
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said
yeah.
that, but sometimes you gotta just be like, I'll eat this, so I won't be further embarrassed. Know that their phones out, and you walk off, and you go through the proper channels to have a conversation if that's warranted. But standing there listening and trying to explain yourself, man, like get the fuck out of here, my nigga.
Yeah, no, no, that wasn't it.
You making it a dangerous situation.
Next up, man, Tory Lanez called into the Full Send podcast. Of course, Tory Lanez has been behind bars for a little minute now. He has been recording music. He's been putting out little songs here and there. They had allegedly put a stop to the releases, but now he's back. He's got a brand new full album he calls, quote, the first in real time prison album recorded in prison for prisoners by a prisoner, end quote. It comes out March 7th, which is Friday. He said this will be the first professionally recorded prison album ever in the history of prison albums or albums, period. Um, is this a big deal that Tory Lanez is pulling this off? Do you look at this as an accomplishment or is no news right here?
This is a waste of time. I mean, I guess if Tory Lanez fans want to hear from them, I'm not sure the proper way to promote it is an album made by a prisoner for prisoners. Nigga, you can go freestyle at the lunch table in there then. We don't need to hear that shit. You talking to the niggas that's already in there. Like, I'm not interested. Like, listen to me when I tell you this. I'm not interested in the slightest in anything that's happening in prison, my nigga. I do not care. That don't I don't plan on being there. I don't want to go there. There's no thought in my mind when I'm wondering, damn, what they doing in prison, man. I wonder what that shit like. I wonder what the food like, nigga. I do not care. So him doing an album would be cool. It would be a big deal if there was something different as far as the mindset of it. I know we may sound like, or I may sound like an old man in this, and his generation of people may want to hear this and think it's fascinating. There's a phase in life where you may go through that if you outside and you doing stuff to throw rocks at the prison. So I'm assuming there may be people out there that want to hear this. Tory Lane usually does well themed album. He had the love song shit that he does, so this is his bag. But I don't think this is the right approach in the naming and the talking of it. It just doesn't sound like anything that a taxpaying citizen like you or myself would flock to hear.
Mm. Yeah, he lost me with the four prison by prisoners for prisoners. I don't know what that
Yeah,
means.
I
Um,
don't want to know.
yeah,
I
that's a
don't want to
little
know.
weird, but I will say from a tech standpoint, I heard a couple of the little EPs, the 2 and 3 piece joints he dropped, and they sounded like they were recorded in a real deal studio. So I'm really more fascinated by the tech, whatever they're using to clean up his audio or whatever he's using to record. That's interesting as hell. Like I don't know how they pulling that shit off because it did sound crispy. And
Mhm.
so that's interesting. That may bode well for someone in the future who you may want to hear from. Hopefully, somebody I want to hear from is not in prison, but in in case that does happen, at least they're able to stay productive and do something. Because one thing I will say that a lot of people, the one time that I visited prison, I almost said when I went, I visited. A lot of them said they didn't have anything to do, and not having anything to do led to a lot of violence. And so at least I don't know what type of setup he got. If other people, if he gonna have niggas in there featured on that, which would be crazy. But at least it's giving somebody something to do. So I
Mm.
can understand that. Like I don't necessarily need to hear about the day to day because that's not interesting to me at all. But again, they keep it active. If it, I would like to see what the stats are if it's keeping the incidents down and things of that nature. Because I kind of look at it differently now. Like that's what it's all about. People they're trying to keep the incidents down, and if you keep the
Mm.
incidents down, the person that I went with who goes to prison, he incentivizes them by coming back and bringing celebrities with him and this, that, and the third. He like, yo, I can bring people with me, but y'all got to keep it safe. Y'all got to be safe. So we go a month with no incidents. I'll come back with this nigga from the NBA. We go a month with no
Mm.
incidents. I'll come back with this rapper. So like that's how he kind of incentivized trying to keep the violence down because that's all they really care about on the inside, meaning like the power structure. So hey man, if it's doing that, then kudos to him. But the album, I'll listen to it just because I'm kind of intrigued of what he's talking about. But it feels like a one and done though.
Yeah, that's cool. Like what you said, having the incident down and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool for him to do it that way. And if he gives them something to do, and there's less violence, and more motherfuckers get out that deserve to get out, that didn't get caught up in the bullshit in there, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. I just again, I'm opposed to the marketing of it. I don't really understand that.
Yeah, that
That
didn't make
don't
sense.
make a lot of sense to me. Yeah,
That didn't.
it don't make sense to
Because
me.
I will say he obviously he's not the first rapper to record something in prison. We had Shine. He dropped Godfather. Damn, I forgot the name of that shit. But it was some slaw. And C Murder dropped
Yeah,
the
see
album from
murder.
prison too. And it sounded like
Hmm.
he recorded Godfather Buried Alive. And
Yeah,
then C Murder dropped one in prison. It sounded like he recorded it on like a fucking pen mic or some shit. It sounded like he recorded it in jail.
they probably
So
ran it through some type of AI or something. He
yeah,
probably did it
that's
over
what
the
I'm
phone, then
assuming.
they ran it through some AI. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. So
Shout out to Tory, man.
yeah, we'll see. I don't know what he got much to talk about. Can't talk about no hoes. Can't talk about kicking it. Can't talk about
Nigga talking about his day to day, nigga.
commissary, bro. Like,
Man,
oh,
that's why I said, bro, I do not care. I don't know if I want to hear that at all. That don't really like ain't
oh
doing shit for
shit.
me, nigga. All
What's
right, what
next?
we got next, man? Friday, popular artist AB, he dropped an album, and like, what's the name of the album?
Oh shit. I'll look it up.
Well,
Oh,
why
some
you
days
get
I'm good, some days I'm not.
love that title?
Yeah,
That's
it's
an
hard.
amazing title, bro.
It's hard.
But
And it's a double disc.
nice. Shout out to Friday, man. He makes some good music sometimes.
Yeah.
But on this album, he had a Meek Mill verse on there on the song "Proud of Me." And man, what do I tell you when I say Meek Mill was in a bag? I want to ask you, AB, does this have the potential to be the verse of the year already? And we're just in March.
Yeah, it's early. We only in the first quarter. The sun ain't even really out like that right now. And Meek, it's got to be top three by the end of the year. This is what Meek Mill is good at. When he stays in this bag, this kind of this pain bag, and I know people don't want to hear pain raps all day, every day. I get it. That's what your boy Rod Wave get joked on about because he's doing the pain singing all day, and niggas like, yo, bro, give it a rest. However, this is that real shit, that reality shit, that soul touching shit. And Meek has touched on losing his father before to the streets. But this though, it just the flow, the voice, the video to go. Thankfully, they made a video to it. The
Oh,
visuals
it's a
always
video.
enhanced. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
watching as soon as we get through.
yeah, the videos enhanced it. It's he sung this from the heart. Niggas like that's why I can't go to your graveside. I might dig you up. I'm
Mm,
like, damn, man. Nigga, not, that nigga said, what is it? You taught me how to fight, and then you got shot. I
got
thought about that
shot.
shit every night and went and got a
Mm.
Glock. I was like, damn, it's heavy, it's Meek. I see the almost the tide is slick turning, even if it's short term on Meek based off of this verse. Like that's how tough it is. And but he got these though, man. If you watch him on Funk Flex or any type of that, he can do this right here. And he can rap. Nobody's taking away his talent. It's just the goofy shit he do online, be blowing it. But when he get in this bag though, uh, he different. He one of them ones when he do this.
Hey man, there's always plenty of opportunity for us to shit on Meek Mill 'cause the way you mentioned it does online. All right, and it's funny, but I really don't like doing it because I think he a good brother. I really do.
I don't doubt that.
And this right here, this verse reminded me of "Where Have You Been?" The J and the
Mm.
Beans. Like
Mm.
that's how high. Like soon as I heard, like I heard it listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and I cut it off. I was like, nah, I gotta go hear this nigga.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you right, like this oodles and noodles flow, that Meek song, shit like this. He got this bag. Like
Facts.
this is a bag for him. He may not want to be like that all the time. It probably could be depressing for him, but this is his best lane. This is his best music, especially at this stage in his career. I
Bingo.
done talked about getting money. I done talked about fucking bitches. Y'all know me. Y'all know how my pen is. Y'all know how I get down. If he focuses on these type of things right now in his career, the reform that he does, just the questions that he got about like that he'll put on Twitter about black, put that shit in the rap, bro. Like flesh it all the way out. These questions that you're asking on Twitter because they have some sense to them. It's just weird that you put them on Twitter and expect people to be serious with you.
Yeah, with no, he
But
does it
I
with
say,
no context though.
with no context, and I
Yeah,
say all of that to say this verse shows you why he is where he is and has been successful as he has. Because I don't know a lot of people that can get in this bag in his generation. Like this,
that's a good
like
point.
just straight street pain. Like his class, like yeah, you got some good rappers and shit, but
Sure.
this bag, this I was outside bag, my pops got shot bag, like the Philly bag. It
Yeah,
ain't a lot of people that came up with him that could do this, and this could be, especially at this stage in his career, this point in his life, this could be like a turning point in his career, should say. But verse of the year, absolutely. Like this is the best verse that I've heard this year. I will continue to remember this. I'm gonna look at the video when we get done. This was some dope ass shit. Shout out to Meek Mill. This was fire. And Friday verse was good too.
I agree.
Like Friday verse, he had a good verse as well. So shout out to them, man. This is a great song, man. It's a
Now
great fucking song.
you make a good point. His class. Who you put in this class? Like
It's like
Wale,
Wale, J.
Big
Cole,
Sean.
Big Sean,
Yeah,
um,
those are all
those
different
people.
people. Big
Yeah,
Crit,
but Big Crit,
Wiz.
exactly. And they can get in a bag, but they
Not
can't
this
get in
though.
this bag. Yeah,
They're
they
not
can't
street
do this.
rappers. Nobody we
Nah.
just named is a street rapper other than him.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah, that's a
And
good point.
whew, what a perspective, man. That shit was amazing.
Yeah, that was. I'm running it back again when we done.
I
Not
know
even
I've
gonna
listened to
hold
that
you.
10 times.
Yeah,
I listened to that at least ten times.
he killed that. Next up, man, Biggie Smalls, his estate and his likeness. It's all up for sale right now.
It's
His
likeness.
publishing, his publicity rights,
Oh
his
man.
master rights. It's upward of about 150 million if the deal goes through. Does that number sound about right to you? Last week we talked about T-Pain selling his, and we had to sit here and guess his number. We didn't know there was no intel on that. But they say between 125 150 M's, man. Does that sound right to you for Biggie Smalls estate?
Um, hmm. That's a really good question. The likeness threw me a little bit. If it was
Mm,
just the music catalog, then I could see that. But we talk about t-shirts and like the rights to movies and
right.
quotes and sayings and shit like that. So I'm interested to see how that goes. But yeah, I think 150 is good. That's not the 100. We need 150. We're not doing 100. I need
Mm.
150. I want to be clear about that because I think it's worth more than 100. But once you get to 150, I think that's the right number, especially with what's going to come from it in the sense of using the music and also using the likeness.
And it's half. It's half of his catalog. It's only 50% of his
Oh, so it's not
publishing,
the whole catalog.
master, and publicity rights. Yeah, so it's not 100%.
Huh.
It's only 50.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that's about right. What you say?
I can't believe it's that much. Bro, he had two albums. That's
Hmm.
crazy. That show you
That's
how
interesting.
impactful that shit was.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
bro, we talked about T-Pain. My guess on T-Pain was like 150, 175.
And
And he
that was his whole
lived on
catalog, man.
Billboard, nigga, for about
Yeah.
7 years.
And what you say Future got?
Future was up
75?
there one high ones. You know what I'm
High
saying? Like,
ones? But
yeah.
that was for half of his catalog too, though, right? It wasn't the whole thing.
Yeah, that wasn't the whole thing, but it was a large, it wasn't half, it was more than half. It was a majority.
I wanted the Rocco get any of that.
He had to. He had to.
I know Rocco loved that boy.
He would that's why he got that new hair. That's why you
Mmm.
that's fresh off that future bag.
Mmm. That's a good point. He should have went and got that shit surgically done. You should have got that shit sold on like in your scalp, nigga.
But I will
Uh,
say I thought this was interesting timing considering last week his mother passed away.
yeah.
So I'm assuming that
Somebody just
she
don't want to
owned
deal
the
with it.
rights and that whoever owned it now got on the phone quick.
You know, ain't like I'm cool. Let me
Yeah.
ask if Puff wasn't going through his situation, you think he would buy it?
Yeah, he'd be first in line. He
No.
would be first in line. He would want to know like, hey, what's that ticket looking like? And what how you think people would respond to that? Listen, minus the bullet, the Cassie shit. If that should
Yeah, the
never
stuff like
happen, if Puff was like
um
he, it don't would that be like Snoop buying Death Row, or it's like not
it would
quite the
seem
same.
it would seem right, but I would say if I was Hove, like no a nigga wouldn't outbid me for this.
Ooh,
If I'm Hove, like if he coming in at 150, I got 200 for you. Just cause that's my man's and I fucked with him that heavy.
ooh,
If I'm Hove, I'm coming to get this, bro. Like it's literally nothing stopping me from buying this if I'm Hove. I need
ooh.
all of that. And he gonna do the fly Biggie merch, nigga. All of
Yeah,
the fly Biggie merch. Would you listen
paper
to a
plane,
Hove and
Biggie
Biggie album?
shit. Yeah,
Would you listen to a Hove and Big album?
yeah, that commission. Listen, that was my
Oof.
brother. Ooh.
Like if he bought it and had the release, the unreleased joints and him
Now
and
they had some
oof.
now that's where it would get interesting. I don't think there's any because they said Big wasn't just living in the studio like that.
Mhm.
Like he only would go to the studio when he had a project to make.
Yeah.
But if there was about six or seven, maybe eight verses, and
The
Jay did
Hove
like a
and
little
Big
EP or
EP.
something, nigga, that should oh my God.
I'm here for that, nigga. That's like yesterday, nigga.
Some of them bars might not age as well, though. Ain't no telling what Biggie was on in '95.
Hey man.
we know it.
That's true, but he still got bars today to hang up. I was listening to when I saw a clip of Rory and Maul podcast and they were talking about that Who Shot You.
Yeah, yeah.
And nigga said your heart beat like Sasquatch feet, nigga. And they said I can feel the sweat dripping down. I can hear the sweat dripping down your cheek, nigga. Ooh, he
I listened
was
to that. I
ripping.
listened to that No Way Out the other day, and that victory verse, like that shit was cold. If a nigga said that today,
Which
and
one? Jackson, Jordan.
if somebody said that exact line today with the same flow and cadence, bro, that shit would have hit hard in
Facts.
2025.
Still in 2025. Man, there's stuff on that Life After Death where you can listen to it and be like, nah, man, nigga rapped this yesterday. This wasn't
Yeah, facts.
30 years ago. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, man. Next we got Lil
Uh-oh.
Baby. He was in the news, AB, down here in Atlanta. So do you know the situation? What happened?
Yeah.
Let's explain it to the people, man. So what happened was Lil Baby shot a video shoot in one of his rival neighborhood, one of a rivaling neighborhood.
Last year.
And last year, and that video shoot was shot up
Yep.
because they was looking at it like, why you shooting it over here? Now, in retaliation to that, that neighborhood got shot up, and two teenage boys died.
Yep.
And the Atlanta police, and I want to be very clear and responsible on this platform, Lil Baby, as far as we know, did not instruct anyone to go retaliate against the people that shot up his video. That is
Fact.
not what we know that
And
happened.
he put a statement out too that said this is foolishness.
Yeah. That is not that we know what happened, and I want to be very clear in that. But the police are saying they suspect that is what's happening, and they're calling Little Baby out, saying he's irresponsible for letting this transpire. AB, I ask you, who's wrong in this situation?
Man, this might be. See, it gets deep when you find out that the video, the area of town that he was in, was a rival area, and that's if that's true. If what the police are alleging is true, and Baby is aware of that, then you have a responsibility not to. You can't go to that area and do no video, bro. Because then you
Mm,
get two 15-year-olds dead on your watch. And I know that,
mm,
and that, again, that's not saying that he put the call in and all that shit. It's not alleging any of that or alluding to that. But you have a responsibility, though. You got people out there that's assistants. You got
mm,
motherfuckers out there catering food. You got
mm.
people out there that ain't got nothing to do with none of that and aren't aware of any of that. They're there on your behalf. You are the person that they are on. They're there for on their behalf. You have a responsibility to not pull no stunt like it. Like even if you, because I know people have done it before. Ti shot the video in front of Bowen Holmes. You know he was fucking with
Where
Shawty
Shorty Low was
Low and
from?
all that. You have to understand what come with that, or what could come with that. And it's irresponsible if what they're alleging is true. It's irresponsible, bro. But he's claiming that's a nothing burger, and it ain't
Mm.
like that at all. And who knows? It's on some he said, she said shit. But the cop is they on his neck right now, though.
There's a couple things going on here, and you hit on one of them that I do agree with in a sense. So why was the video shot there? I'm a Lil Baby. I'm an internationally known artist. I can shoot this shit anywhere.
Yeah,
So you have to suspect, and it may not be true, but you have to suspect that he
he
was
knew,
doing that
bro.
to poke fun at somebody. Right.
Yep.
I'm doing this just like T.I. was doing when he walked around knocking on the doors, asking people, "Did you know me?" and all of that shit, sitting on the y'all may not know, y'all may not be old enough if you are, but he was sitting on the sign of the place where Shawty Low used to trap at. This is after Shawty Low came out with They Know, this and T.I. So this is some Atlanta stuff, 100%. And this is probably Lil Baby feeling like I'm at a level now where that shit don't matter to me. Like, nigga, you can't tell me where I can and cannot record a video. I'm Lil Baby, nigga. I'm the biggest nigga in Atlanta. Ain't nobody telling me I can't go nowhere. We understand that, but like you said, AB, that's irresponsible. You can't move like that. One, because you know the niggas that you fuck with are supposedly real niggas. And if this
Mm,
video does get shot up, you know that something's going to happen from that. Like that's the rule of the law of the land where we are now. I may not be there. I may be on tour 10,000 miles away. However, those little 15, 14-year-olds just standing outside being cool with the other older niggas that's outside that hang over there too, they can't get away.
mm,
But it's the lack of thought that makes it where you like can't completely absolve him. But it's also irresponsible. We're gonna place the blame all the way around the police too. Y'all can't come out here and say this, man. Like y'all still mad the young thug got off and y'all thought y'all had him, and now y'all trying to be like, oh, we're gonna get a Lil Baby.
yeah,
Like this, it like that's nasty ass, disgusting police shit. Y'all can't do that. They can't try this in the media without having any proof. And if they do got proof, then take that shit to trial, nigga.
yeah,
Go to the DA, tell the DA, like this is not even a thing to go to the news and say and allude to. That's irresponsible as well. And they I hold them more accountable than I do Lil Baby because that's their profession in the sense of they know not to do that. If y'all feel like this is happening, then go build your case, nigga. That's what I'm sure that's what Lil Baby lawyer came out and said something.
pretty
But go
much.
build your case. You know, go
Yeah,
build your case, bro. Quit talking on TV and alluding to me being this type of person. Well, I'm gonna lose money and these things are gonna happen to me, nigga. Fuck off. So both parties, I feel like were wrong in this. And RIP to the two kids that lost their
for
life.
sure.
That's very unfortunate. And again, I think that this is based off Young Thug shit. Like he got away, everybody not getting away is what they're trying to say. And this goes to how Lil Baby rapping and moving now. I ain't trying to get caught up in none of that.
Nah, and he spoke about that with Charlemagne and with Yachty. He was like, nigga, you see what they doing? He switched the name of that 4PF. It ain't 4PF no more. He
Yeah,
got rid of that. He said, man, they
yeah,
locking niggas up behind this shit, dude. I'm
yep.
switched it. It's called Glass Window Entertainment now. It's nice and
Mm,
plain Jane, bro. Like
mm,
he switched it. You could kind of feel when he was talking. Like this, and this is why I said check out some of them, at least one of them, because I had never heard him talk like this. He was talking as if he could see the walls closing in, or he could see himself in Thug. Like it's just a
mhm.
little too close. This is way too close for comfort, and that could easily be me. Like so, you could tell like he was dead serious, nigga. So like he has disassociated himself with all of that. Now, of course, this stuff happened before that interview and before maybe before the epiphany or whatever. But bro, and maybe this situation led to the epiphany in conjunction with the Young Thug shit. Who
Probably
the fuck
did.
knows? But
Because if we hearing about it now and it happened a while ago, he's probably gotten wind of it way before this
oh yeah,
came
for
out to the
sure,
public.
for
Yeah,
sure.
and I tell you what's happening here. Niggas is talking in the neighbor like somebody like this is one of those things where the rumor mill get to going, and the
Yeah,
police walking around doing their job, and you got motherfuckers. Man, I heard such and such of them did it. He fuck with your boy and them.
yeah,
CI shit like that. So this is a nasty situation. I hope Baby is able to like not be. I hope he's exonerated from everything that they're trying to say happened, and the police do a better job.
yeah. Nah, this We forgot all about. We ain't seen Fonnie since the Young
It's
Thug
rough out
shit.
here. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. I
hey,
hope yeah, she been low, nigga. She lost that Trump case and that Young Thug case.
she
Them
doing
them two
desk
cases
work.
supposed to make man, nigga, them supposed to made her career. But she got reelected though. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I voted for it though. Next up, man. Before we get to these wins and these losses, got a crazy anniversary. This past Sunday, March the 2nd, 42 years ago to that
Jesus
day, the
Christ.
first CD was released in stores. Don't ask me what it was, but I'm gonna ask you, when you think of CDs, what is one of your first memories or fondest memories of CDs? And the fact that we're talking about them like this is crazy.
Like man, niggas, that's insane. Make you feel old. God. But my fondest memory and what people nowadays will never get to experience the stream music about on their phone. Some of the funniest shit to do was frisbee and a nigga shit when it was some slaw. Like niggas used to be like, gather around kids. I got a story for you. So there used to be a time when niggas would stand outside and hand you their new music. Hey man, check my CD out, bro. Check it out, bro. And give you, and some of them even wanted you to pay for their music that you had not heard, and you do not know if it's good. And they wrote on the front of it. They don't even look good. But some of the most satisfying shit was when you put it in and that shit was terrible, rolling the window down and frisbeeing that motherfucker on the freeway. Get this shit out of my car, nigga. That was some of the best shit to do, nigga. And it's just sad that you kids will never ever be able to experience that, man. That was some fun shit right there. Frisbee and a nigga shit. Get this shit out of
I'm
here.
gonna tell you a funny story. I remember when you probably don't remember this. We went to BET. It was like a little BET hip hop awards, little hole in the wall party,
Mhm.
and there was a nigga on stage, and it was one of them like, well, you know, one of them. It wasn't like an official BET party, but it was going
Yeah,
on during BET weekends, so niggas tried to promote it like that.
right.
We was there, and there was a nigga on stage with 30 niggas on stage behind him performing, and five people in the crowd paying attention. And then we went outside, and he handed us a CD. I know he gave me one,
I think I remember this.
and I put that shit in the back seat. Didn't think twice about it. And I bullshit you not. 2 weeks later, nigga, I'm listening to the radio, and they say, "Yo, we got this new one, man, called Hot Boy from Bankroll Fresh, man. It's going up."
Mm, I remember that. I
And
do
I
remember
heard
that.
the
We was
song, and I
down here.
like, damn, this motherfucker kind of tough. And then it
Hmm.
was number one again for 3 weeks in a row. And then I went on Hip Hop DX, and they had new music. It said Hot Boys by Bankroll Fresh is blowing up, and I saw the cover, and
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that shit look familiar. And then I dug in my back seat, and it was Bankroll Fresh, Life of a Hot Boy mixtape.
Mm,
And that shit was banging too. I
it
was like, man, let me
was. The
listen to this
life of a
shit. And
hot
that
boy,
shit
man.
slapped. So it was
It
funny
was.
that Bankroll Fresh was probably the last CD I got. He handed it to us. Him. I thought that shit was
That's
crazy. But
another.
anyway,
That's another good memory for it too. Like when you
yeah, for
did
sure.
stumble upon good shit, you like it's all right here.
Yeah, that's you'd be like, damn, this motherfucker slick banging.
Facts.
But when I think of CDs, I think there's a lot of. First of all, I didn't know 42 years ago that a CD was in stores somewhere. That's crazy. That's
That
82.
is insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know where that motherfucker was $200, dude.
had to be. Had to be.
But speaking of high ass prices, I immediately think of when I went to go buy that 8 Ball solo album that
They
lost,
lost.
and it was a triple CD.
Soundstream gonna bust your head for
Man,
that, buddy.
no, I went to New Life.
Oh my
I had to go to
God.
New Life, nigga. I
You
paid
probably had to
thirty
put that on
dollars for that
layaway,
CD.
nigga. Jesus. New
Nigga,
Life wasn't gonna
that
play
might as
with
well
you.
been a meal ticket, bro.
Yeah.
30?
New Life wasn't gonna play with you. They want all that. They charged 20 for the singles.
See what I'm
Because it used to
saying?
come out. So another good memory about CDs, now that we into it, is like nigga, it wasn't nothing like albums used to drop on Tuesdays, nigga. Like
For
that's when
sure.
albums came out. You go get them from the stores. But the mom and pop spots, they got them in on Friday.
Friday,
You
they let
come
them
up
go.
there, hey, you come up here with the 15 cash, boom, you got it, my
You
nigga.
got it.
That shit, you bumping the brand new nigga. They wasn't nothing like pulling up with that new P, nigga. Like, nigga, this don't come out the Tuesday, nigga. Yeah, and you had to get up there quick because niggas was on it.
Facts.
So
Now they
it'd
was
be
on it.
gone. It'll
Yeah.
be gone by the time I ain't even got no more, bro.
Yep.
Like, I gotta wait till Tuesday, man. I can't
Yep.
even do it. that was a time right there, man.
Shout out to Soundstream out north every Friday.
Yeah, facts.
13.99, 15.01 after
15
tax.
cash. Yep. Come on
Listen,
with it, my guy. Hey, that
kept the
was the
lights
times right
on.
there, man. Shout out to the mom and pop record stores, man. That's the thing that streaming killed too, man. The mom and pop record
Yeah.
stores, man.
They out
Shout
here
out to
though, man. They still
it's
out
something. I
here.
know you went to
Yeah.
see that's where the record sign is be at, right?
Yeah, shout out to DBS, shout out to Fams
Mm.
Coalition. They trying to keep the stores open and alive. So major
Shout out to
respect.
them, man.
But I want to, what's y'all
Absolutely.
earliest memory or what's a fond memory of y'all copping CDs, man? What was the place where you could listen to them where they were like, we could put the headphones
You
on?
put the headphones on. They started doing it everywhere,
But
but
it was one place that started that shit though. It was like the new releases. You could
damn,
kind of like skim through it.
it wasn't Blockbuster Music, was it?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
They
that
weren't
was
the
the
first
OG
ones to do
spot.
it. It was
Nah,
some, yeah, you could go give them the CD and they'll take it up. But
nah, nah. This one had like
that was the used
stations.
joints.
They had like the new release station, and you could
It
like.
wasn't Media Play.
It was me. That was the name. It
It
was
was
Media
Media
Play.
Play.
It was
Yeah,
Media
yeah,
Play.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
it.
yeah. You used to have it on yeah, Media Play. That shit, damn, what we old. Jesus Christ. Shit.
Media Play
All right,
long
man.
gone.
Man, facts. That shit been gone for 30 years.
Woo.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get into these wins and these losses on deck of the week and the put-ons before we let y'all out of here. First and foremost, AB. A win or a loss, Young Dro said he spends $250,000 a year on Polo.
Listen,
How much you think Young Dro make a year? That was my first question.
how much do you
Like,
got to make to spend 250 on one brand of clothing? I just listen, man. I'm not finna count nobody
maybe that
pockets,
include like bed sheets and because Polo make like furniture and everything, I think. So
man.
maybe that
If Dro got
count.
polo bed sheets and towels in there, I'm saying, hey man, come on, man.
He gotta have Polo bed sheets. He
No
got to.
way.
He got to. Like that's the only way, bro. Like it's that nigga shower curtain better be Polo. That nigga, that nigga better have Polo trash bags. Like, nigga, like you spending
Man,
250 on them joints. Like what?
250, bro. It ain't even that much fresh polo
I'm gonna
shit.
say, how many years can you do that? Like what kind of but to be fair, Polo do got the vintage, like they be dropping some fly ass pieces that people
Not
that
for
really
sure.
into it, they
Facts.
like find them and shit like that, but 250 crazy.
A quarter million is nuts on any clothing brand. I ain't even gonna say just polo. I'm just saying, but again, it depends. Like everybody got their vice. And
Yeah.
so will we be saying this if he pulled up in a Bugatti? We probably like, oh, that shit hard. Like it's the same
Hmm.
thing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So if, he could be like, nigga, I buy a Bugatti a year, or we wouldn't even be talking about it. So it's the
I wouldn't
same.
believe that either. Wouldn't believe that just like I don't believe this shit. Nigga. I want hey what I hate to
Two
count a nigga
fifty.
pockets, man. I hate to pocket watch, but what does Young Dro do to generate 250? If you spending that on clothes,
That
I would
means
assume I would assume that you making at least a meal a year.
you
I'm
got
assuming
now. You got to make
that
more than a
the
meal.
vast majority, yeah, that
You got to make
because that's
five.
if it's a meal, you at 25% of your income
That's what
on
I'm saying.
clothes,
You gotta make
which is
five,
crazy.
bro. He gotta make 5 million a year in minimum to
And
justify
and
that.
and do you see that? Do you see like maybe like again we've always this ain't a Young Joe specific
Yeah,
thing
no,
either though
no,
we've
no, no, no.
always thought that like I wonder how much do the older rappers make like but obviously we seen Young LA stealing TVs out of Airbnb so
Yeah, young LA
that's
down
a,
right now. He need it, man. Listen,
he need them 10K for his catalog is what he need.
Either Young Dro sold he got that Biggie deal nigga on the catalog sale,
But
or
he only had one album though
no, he had
like
more than that.
official them other albums don't even count like
Yeah, they
that
did.
first
No,
album
he had
only
real albums. He had High Times,
really
and he had other. Those are legitimate albums.
and he had hits too though like
That's what I'm
Joe got
saying.
hits.
Facts. Now, Young
Like,
LA doesn't have a real album. His shit never came out.
mm,
So he
mm,
was performing "Ain't
mm.
I" in front of 16 people, dude, hard as fuck. And he was and he was performing Drovers. I was like, they was not fucking with him, dude. I was like, I kind of felt bad, though. I ain't gonna lie.
At what point do you like, man, these CDLs look think that it's something that I could
Hey
actually.
man, listen.
Well, not even that. You ain't learned enough to like be in the music business in general. Well, maybe I don't know, man. I ain't gonna do him like that.
Nah,
All right.
he down bad right now. I seen him in the interview. He kind of had a little breakdown. I felt bad. I'm not going to front. I felt bad for young LA. I'm
Do you
like,
still got
damn.
that footage that we shot for him? You don't got to
Hell,
know.
I don't know, man. That shit somewhere.
That's
Shout out to LA, man. He gave us a
is
chance.
it?
We did a documentary for him, that SunTrust
Yeah.
Leland documentary. We kicked it
Our
with him
dumb
for a couple
asses
of days.
turned down shooting with Lil Duval
Yeah,
and did it with Young LA.
man, we got a funny story with that.
Man, that was crazy. Nigga said y'all can shoot with Lil Duval. I was like, who?
We had a meeting with Clay. Rest in peace, Clay from Grand Hustle. Had a
Hmm.
meeting with him, shucked up on the meeting, and
Yeah,
was like, "Yo, we think Dro needs a doc. He needs a reality show. Let us film it." He was like, "Man, Dro's schedule. This one, Dro was Dro though." He was like,
facts.
"Bro, his schedule's ridiculous." But we just signed this comedian. His name is Lil Duval, man. Y'all can work with him. We said, "Y'all signed a comedian? What?" We're like,
Yeah,
yeah, nah, we
us.
straight, bro.
Yeah, that was us being young and dumb, bro.
This nigga
We
took
we
off, dude.
just we just wasn't ready for the moment, man. We weren't ready for that moment. Life is about a moment. Life is a series of moments, man. Damn, that's crazy.
Y'all signed a comedian, nigga. We were looking
Right.
like, the fuck?
Nigga, what? Fuck he gonna do? He gonna tell jokes on T.I.
Hey,
album, nigga?
they gonna do skits
Talking
on the
about.
album, nigga. What the fuck?
Shout out to Lil
Oh
Duval
man,
though. We respect you. We see. Yeah.
facts.
Shout out to Lil Duval. All right, next man. Speaking of comedians, Suge Knight. He gave us, bro. I'm telling you, this is a loss for me. I'll let you know now. Spoiler alert, because this need to be in a book. Did you read this story?
I did, yeah.
Oh my God. So, winner or loss, AB, Suge Knight details smacking Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri calling Joe Jackson, yes, Michael Jackson's dad, putting him on speakerphone. Who knew that Suge Knight and Joe Jackson were cool? And
Well,
then
that's easy though,
him,
because he was dating Janet. Oh, you said Suge. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Suge,
Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
how that happened. You right.
How would you, yeah. So win or loss, Suge Knight telling the details on smacking Jermaine Dupri and Joe Jackson having to step in.
Now this a W. I ain't gonna lie, because the way Suge was telling it.
Suge Knight 7 feet tall, bro. Jermaine Dupri is 5'2". You can't smack that man,
Ah,
bro.
yeah, no, but it was just the way he was telling the story though.
Yeah,
This nigga
that was
said
funny.
this was on Art of Dialogue, by the way. He said, "quote The Lord delivered Jermaine Dupri to me. As I see Jermaine
That's
Dupri and he
crazy.
sees me, his eyes are big as a motherfucker. I said, hey, what's happening with my bread you owe me for Lil Bow Wow? You know he was signed to me. He starts beating around the bush. So I say, I'm gonna tell you one more time what's bracking. It was one of those where somebody gets slapped so hard they slide down the street.
Oh
Dog,
my God, bro.
Suge Knight. Suge Knight telling a whole lot of story. Man, did you see when he real quick he called into Ray J was on Vlad and Suge called in to Ray J. They
Mhm.
had him on speakerphone.
No, I
And
ain't
them
see that.
niggas, bro, them niggas was so shook listening to because Suge was hot about something. And they
Yeah.
were listening, and him, Ray J, and whoever was in the room with Ray J, I don't know, his handlers, his homies, I don't fucking know. Nigga, they
Hmm.
wasn't saying a word when Suge was on the phone talking, barking orders to niggas, bro. I was
I
like,
thought they was cool.
no, but they it was something had happened. Somebody had said something.
Nah.
He threw Snoop under the bus. And he was
Mm.
like, and he was talking about Shannon Sharp for some reason. I don't know why. And like, but like the way niggas was like all you would have thought he was in the room, bro. Them niggas wasn't.
That's funny as
He was
hell.
still running shit from right there, and I thought that was extremely interesting. But anyway, this was a W because this shit was funny. I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't finish the story though.
Oh no,
Did you?
yeah, he called Jermaine Dupri
After
called Joe
so,
Jackson.
so he called Joe Jackson and he said Jermaine Dupri knew that he was cool with Joe Jackson and he said, Joe, I got Suge right here in front of me trying to fuck me up, man. Help me. And Joe Jackson laughs and tells Suge to calm down and not to hurt Jermaine Dupri. And Suge said, oh, I fuck with him. So he poured a cup of coffee on Jermaine Dupri's head. And Joe was like, I thought you weren't gonna do nothing. He said, I wasn't gonna hurt him. I just poured a coffee on his head.
Oh man, hey man.
Pouring coffee on Jermaine Dupri's head is hilarious, bro. Yeah, damn. Like I said, man, that nigga need a book, bro. This was a book story. This should have been in the book. Like, damn, Suge, hilarious.
Dude, wow, man.
All right, man. Last one
Shit
before we
out of
get out of
Suge
here.
Knight. Go ahead.
That's funny. Last one before we get out of here, man. Black Sam, we talked about a little earlier. He says that there is a posthumous Nipsey album coming this summer. AB, I know you really don't be feeling those. What say you about this Nip album?
Yeah, I would want to know why. What's the holdup? Number one, because this was 6 years ago that this has happened. So I'm
Mm,
kind of interested in what the
took so long.
holdup was. I know it's a collaboration with Bino Ryder, who they also have a project. They had a project. I think they had a collab project before. It might have just been like a mixtape joint. So it's somebody that he's worked with before. I'm not a familiar. I was gonna say I'm not a fan, but I'm not familiar, so I don't know if he dope or not. But I've never heard the other joint. But I mean, I guess I'll take any nip is I'll take it. He said it's about 80% done. I don't know who Bino Rider is, but I'll tap in. I'm here for new nip, man. He killed the Big Sean verse. He killed the DJ Khaled verse. Those are the posthumous
Thanks.
joints that I can think of off the dome. So yeah, I'm here for it, man. Any new nip is a W.
100%. All right, what we got for on deck of the week?
Shout out to man. These some funny comments. I'm going. Shout out to City of Troy on YouTube. I'm in the camp of J. Cole being the better rapper, but his actual discography is mid in my opinion, and the main reason is production. Gibbs definitely has the better discography, and his rapping is probably a notch or two below Cole's. If this does turn into rap beef, I'm here for it. That's all I'm saying.
Mm,
I'm saying Cole is the better rapper. Gibbs has the better discography. I don't. That to me, that's not a hot take though.
mm.
Not a hot take
Only
at
be,
all.
only be you.
Shout out to Tony Robinson, 4974. If 50 was a cop, his interrogation tactic would be making suspects watch Power on loop. That's funny as fuck. And that is true.
uh,
I got out of Power a long time ago. Meanwhile,
you didn't
y'all
finish
on.
Power?
No, I'm out of I got it out of like season
Oh
three.
man, AB. You got to do that just out of pure comedy, though. Like you got to finish that
Oh,
just out of pure comedy.
I can see that.
Like the ridiculousness of like you have to watch that because I did the same thing. I got out of there after the shit that happened with 50, but
Yeah, when he walked
hey,
out of the
no.
fire shit.
Yeah, and was still alive. It was over. It was
Yeah,
over
I
after
got
that.
out of
But
there.
I did go back and enjoyed it just for the pure comedy. You can't take it serious. Like you got to go in there with like a million grains of salt.
I mean, you watching all the spinoffs and shit. Y'all can have that shit. I ain't got time for that. You
Yeah,
watching
you got to go
Kanan.
into them with the same shit though. The only one that's good, the only one that's really good is Raising Kanan.
I don't
You
believe
watch
it.
Tariq out of comedy. Yeah, that's the only one that's really good. Raising Kanan good. The lead actress in that she's in a bag. Like
Mm.
she bodying that shit. So I think you would like that one though.
Shout out to Kilo Beats OG. I'm a Gibbs fan, so I'm biased, but he got three classics to Cole's one.
Three
Thank you.
classics.
Like
Freddie
AB
Gibbs
said,
got three.
Cole's a better rapper, but discography wise, not too many got a better discography. Thank you, man.
That nigga said three classics. Shout out to Kilo, that's my guy, but
Thank
three
you.
classics is insane.
It's pretty accurate. Last thing, Cole chilling 661. The difference is Cole talks shit and then apologized right away. Had he got in the ring and took the L, I'd have no issue with that. Rappers win and lose, but apologizing after dropping the diss was a crazy move. Now
Mm.
Cole is better than Gibbs, better discography, and his mixtapes alone will win that one. I don't want to see Cole battle anybody though. Cole just needs to drop good music like he always does.
Mm.
Now Cole's
That's fair.
mixtapes is another story. If we include that, then that levels the playing field for sure.
Mm. I could see that. I could definitely see that. What you got to put us on this week?
I'm keeping it YouTube for my symphony fans out there. Big Sean has a Amazon. Type in Big Sean in Amazon, and there is a symphony performance of his new album mixed in with some of the hits and shit. It is fire. Just type in Big Sean Amazon, and if you
Mm.
got like some speaker at the crib or something, that'll be
Hmm.
dope. It's hard. Well, actually, you might need to type in more than Big Sean Amazon. Type in Big Sean Amazon Music Song Line. Whatever the fuck
Mm.
song line means. I don't know. That's a whack name. But type that in. It's him in the middle of a symphony. Man, he like
Hmm.
in a museum or something. Man, it's fire as fuck. So make sure
Mm.
y'all check that out. It made me double back on the album. I was like, damn, it sound like this.
Which album?
Shit hard, huh?
I said, which album is it?
That last one that was called, the one that came out last year, kind of fell on deaf ears.
Got you.
Better,
I don't
better
even know
you,
what that is.
better you than me.
Rather you than me. Okay,
Some
I
shit
got
like that. Yeah, it was cool, but this shit made it fire though.
you. My put on is damn. What do I want? I said, did I do that book? I said the book last week, didn't I?
For sure.
Said the book last week. I'm gonna go TV, man, and say White Lotus. It's back for season three, if not, made by Mike White. If you haven't watched the first two seasons, do yourself a favor. It's ridiculous TV. We also did a review on it over at Frames Per Second. So go check that out if you have to binge it and watch it. Actually, you can watch the seasons standalone as well, though. You could start at season three if you slick need to. But the first two seasons are really good of White Lotus. It's a very interesting show. I'll leave it at that. And if you enjoy like interesting shit, this is definitely some of it. A lot of plays on societal norms and things of that nature and hierarchy and shit like that. So White Lotus on Max. Fire show. New season 3 is out now. They 2 episodes in, and you can go check out. Yeah, excuse me, 3 episodes. It's 3 episodes.
Yeah,
they dropped 2 or something.
Nah, 3 came on yesterday.
Did I watch that? Well, like 3 episodes in. And if you ain't seen the other 2 seasons, we just reviewed season 1 on the Frames Per Second podcast.
Absolutely, man. Oh, and please check out that
Paradise season
even
finale
just for
too.
Episode 7, man. Jesus
Christ. One of the best episodes of TV I've seen.
That shit
was
superb.
I had something I meant to ask you before we out of here. So there's an app where you can book a dinner. I heard it's on Joe Budden. I had to go look it up. There's an app where you can book a dinner. You might do this, and I think I would too. There's a lot of people that wouldn't. So the app is called Time Left, right?
Okay.
And it lets you book dinner reservations. You can take your wife if you want to. They don't tell you what restaurant that they're booking the reservations for. They'll tell you a day before. But the dinner is with 5 strangers. They'll tell you what field of work they in and their nationality and like background. Would you do
Hold on. You said they will tell you the field of work or they won't?
They will.
Okay.
That's slick fire, ain't it?
Nah, that's hard, dog. No, that's kind of tough.
I do that, dude.
That's kind of tough.
I was talking to, it's called Time Left. I'm gonna dive into it and join and sit like it and see what it's like. But it says join dinners with 5 amazing strangers. So you tell them, I guess, what kind of food or whatever you want or like or whatever it may be. They probably ask you about your allergies. You tell them about yourself, build your profile or whatever it is. Tell them what day you want to have dinner. They set it up. They tell you like a profile of who's gonna be there in a sense, and then you go to dinner with 5 strangers.
That's hard.
That is slick hard. That's a good ass idea.
It's got hella reviews too.
Facts, it's like 6,000 reviews, and all of them damn near 5 stars.
Yeah, no, that's a dope ass concept.
That's a flyer concept. That's my other put on too. So if y'all interested in that, go download the Time Left app. I'm gonna do it here in the A where we at and see what comes of it.
You let us know about your experience, sir. Tell us how that goes.
I definitely will.
But yeah, another episode in the books, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. YouTube.com/OndeckTV show. And anything else before we get out of here?
That's it, man. We out. Peace.
Yes, sir.